3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, you're now listening to the world's greatest. If you mix thunder and lightning together, you get I Was Just Thinking podcast. Zeus, John Farmer, James Wilson. What up, man?
That was good. Good intro. I might have said something like, we are the forest, and if you add lightning, you get fucking fire, dude.
Far.
We're a very dry, deciduous forest right now
Yes.
in the northwestern region of America. And when that lightning strikes, you get that fire. God, I'm glad I'm not a firefighter.
You know, something I thought about doing one time was, you ever heard of smoke jumpers?
No, is that some kind of skydiving?
Yeah, so, well, I did it after, I found out there was a book I read called Smoke Jumpers. And, so basically, well, I was saying after the Army, I was airborne, so it was kind of interesting to read about what different uses jumping out of an airplane would have rather than just getting dropped in a war
Yeah,
zone.
it's got a lot of applications jumping out of an airplane. There's all kinds of reasons.
So there's some areas that just are out in the woods or whatever, and they find a spot and they get these guys jumping in with like shovels and stuff, and they try to create brake lines before they try to get ahead of the fire and say, well, it's heading this direction. So they'll jump in because there's no roads through these areas. You know, you imagine like the Pacific Northwest, where it could be 100,000 acres or something of just forest, or, you know, whatever the case may be. So they got these guys, they'll jump in, try to create a brake line, and they cut it off.
That sounds brutal.
So,
Sounds
but
like
yeah,
some
it sounds
hard
like
work.
I read about it and I was like, man, that'd be kind of interesting. But yeah, you were talking about, man, you're being a firefighter. Yeah, there's some.
Yeah, dude. You'd be like, be on call 24/7, be working a lot anyway. It's pretty intense. I got a question though, and think about this for real, seriously, like a life-changing assessment here.
Yeah.
Would you just work 13 to 14 hour days, 3 days a week, instead of 8 or 5 8-hour shifts? Now think about that. It's like 14-hour shifts for only 3 days a week. You get a 4-day weekend every week of your life. Like, you just work your ass off for 3 days a week, 14 hours. Would you consider that? Because, like, if I think about it, I might consider it. But probably after my first shift, my first 14-hour shift, be like, fuck this.
Yeah.
What if maybe like 4 10-hour days? So you get a 3-day weekend every week.
I've done that before.
Yeah.
With a company, this electrical company I work for. I mean, that was nice.
I thought it was something to consider because 8 hours a day, it seems reasonable. That's a third of your day. You need 8 hours of sleep, 8 hours working. You got 8 hours to live your life and sit on the couch with your wife, you know? But it doesn't always seem like that, though. It seems like when you get home from work, you got like a few hours where you got to go to bed.
Yeah.
You really only hang out with your wife like fucking on weekends.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
Would you rather just work a lot for 3 days a week and have 4 days completely off?
I would probably find something else to do. Like, I was like, you know what? I could probably get another part-time job and get a little extra spending money.
God damn it. That's not why we're doing this.
I mean, to be honest.
We're not doing 3 14-hour shifts a week just so people can have time to get another job. I'm talking about have time to live their lives. You over there thinking, I think I'll get me another job. What the fuck, man?
Yeah.
That's America right there. It's what America was built on. The foundation of the economy, at least like 100 years ago. Henry Ford introduced the 8-hour work week for the factory workers.
I was going to ask you.
Fuck you, Henry Ford.
You know, if you knew when the 8-hour work day started.
It began during the
there.
industrial.
But before then, it could be anything. But for me, I mean, I look at it, I mean, because there's been so many times where like when I was working at the stadium, the last 6 months, because, I mean, the stadium's got to open no matter what. I mean, that preseason game hits.
Yeah.
Or you're fucked and you got to pay to move the game, all the tickets and all this other shit. I mean, it's about a $20 million price tag if we don't hit the target. So the last 6 months, it was 7 days a week, a minimum of like 12 to 15 hours a day.
Damn.
Are we trying to get this?
That's fucking killer.
Trying
dude.
to get, so I mean.
That's
So
killer, like 6-7 days a week. That's just slave.
I mean, I'd leave the house.
That's brutal.
Leave the house at 6 in the morning, get home at 8 something at night, and kiss the kids goodnight, and then wake up and do it again. So I guess for me, the 3 days, I mean, I'd have another 4 days. I mean, it would be nice because I can get some shit done around the house. We can go, hey, you know what, let's work this day and go fishing Saturday or some shit. You know, you can plan out actual events that would probably benefit you mentally.
Yeah,
I would imagine.
Exactly. You just get used to the 14-hour days for 3 days a week.
Yeah.
And then I think it would mentally give you a boost to have a 4-day fucking weekend all the time, every week. It does seem like a lot, but I think it would help out for your brain, because it's just kind of shitty working every day.
No, I do agree there, because I've been working. I started outside of the house, like going somewhere and somebody paying me unofficially. I started at 13 because there was this movie store next to where my mom worked. This guy's like, yeah, I'll come and do this. So, I mean, working since 13 and really no lapses in employment.
Well, that's good.
I've had 2 jobs. It was twice I've had like 2 jobs. But we have.
I've had 2 jobs once in my life. I carried that for like 6 months.
Yeah.
And it sucked.
Yeah.
Because one was a pizza place, the other was a burger place.
Oh,
and I was just like, fuck this.
But damn, I'd forgotten where I was going with the whole thing. But, so yeah, starting from 13 all the way till now, that's 34 years of working. And if the retirement age is right about 69, I got 32 more years of that shit. I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh, you're halfway there. It is a lot of working. I
know, so yeah, I was like, I'm sick of working.
I remember when I was younger, it was like really cool when you're a teenager to have a job.
Yeah.
Like when I was a kid, I was like my neighbor who's a few years older than me, he started working at Chick-fil-A when he was 15. And me and my cousin who were younger were just like, dude, that is so cool. He's going to be fucking rich, dude. He's going to have money all the time.
He's reeling in the bitches.
Yeah, working at Chick-fil-A, working at Chick-fil-A in the 1990s. But we just all thought that was so cool. Then, of course, like this one fast food restaurant opened up by my house when I was a teenager, Backyard Burger. And it seemed like the hotness to work there. Everyone was like applying there, and there was a bunch of people from my school there. It's like literally 90% of the people there were like teenagers. At my school. So I was like, oh, that's so cool. And I went to apply. I didn't get the job though because I didn't need any help. I went there, I got in too late. But there's like the novelty when you're young to just like get in the fucking labor force and start working, start making some money.
Yeah.
And one thing, I think there's going to be a change in that whole trend. I think there's going to be less college graduates now because graduating from college doesn't necessarily mean, it doesn't guarantee you a job.
Yeah.
And most of the time, when you come out of college, you need experience already. The only way to do that is to get an internship and work for free for at least a year. So you can get that experience. So when you see that fucking application that says college grads wanted must have 2 years of experience, fuck you.
Yeah,
That's where you get it. You get it from working for free and internships. And it's not financially feasible to as many people anymore. I think there's going to be a lot more people going into trades. We need plumbers and electricians, you guys.
Yeah.
We don't need any more philosophers. We don't need any more math teachers. We need electricians, you guys. We need linemen.
Yeah,
but I think there's going to be a lot more people going in the trades now. Even like right out of high school, you start a trade, you'll own your own business within 10, 15 years. By the time you're 40, if you did something right, you'd make at least $100,000 a year. That's if you start young. I bet that's gonna start growing. And women, I bet there's gonna be more women electricians, more women plumbers, because college is starting to get fucked.
Because if you think about it, and not political or anything, but if there's 12 million people that's crossed the border, there's 12, well, let's say average family of 4. There's 4 more million people that need a home somewhere because, I mean, they're not...
Yeah.
Nobody's going and taking these people out, so... I mean, we need... I support... That's what I did when I got out of high school. I was an electrician and then finally got into the electrical apprenticeship down in Macon. That's what I was doing. Well, then 9/11 happened.
That's what I should have done in my 20s. Just become an electrician, find a trade.
Yeah.
For real.
My dad pushed out. He said, you know what? He's like, you're fucking up too much to think you want to go to college. So you might as well go start looking at... He's like, let's be realistic here. I was like, I never was realistic. So I was like, oh, no, maybe.
Yeah, I wasn't
I was more optimistic.
Either.
He said, you ain't going to college. He said, but you're going to get a trade. You're going to go to college or trade. He said, you got to do one of them because they're both going to... You'll both be set. Either one you choose, you'll be set with.
There also seems to be... I think there's going to be a change for also high school. Go to high school, get your diploma, or you just get homeschooled, get a GED. It's the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
Hell, get a GED when you're 20. You don't even have to do it when you're 18. Don't have to do it when you're 17. Get a GED when you're ready, and it's the same fucking thing as a high school diploma. And I think like kids not feeling safe at school, anxiety, all that shit.
Yeah.
There's gonna be more homeschool kids, which already is getting huge. Like compared to when I was a kid, I know so many people that have homeschooled their kid or still homeschool their kid to some
I think when
extent.
I was a kid, if we heard somebody was like homeschooled, they were like, "Oh, you got a problem or something?"
Yeah, are you fucked up or something?
Yeah, you a little fucked up or something.
There's no doubt that person would be weird.
Yeah.
Because they don't have the social skills like that you would learn in a public school. That was I took that ideal from a South Park episode because that's exactly what the episode was about. You get homeschooled, you won't have as better social skills. Someone calls you a pussy, and you're like, you are. instead of like coming up with the snazzy comeback.
Well, you are what you eat.
Exactly. That's something you learn in public school.
Yeah, well, that's where I learned it.
You learn that sitting on the back of the bus.
Yep.
You learned, and that's why.
That's where I was.
To some point, I thought, when public school is important. More important, homeschooling shouldn't exist. But now I'm not just sure, and it's becoming more trendier now. More homeschool kids.
Yeah, I've heard more of it.
But
lately.
There's still upside to it. You homeschool your kid, still have them like Cub Scouts, church meetings. They can still have plenty of friends. They just don't know them from school, which it's kind of weird. Like all these kids I've friends with outside of school, I never see them in school. They're probably bullies or something.
Well,
but it seems like it's getting bigger now. Homeschool.
Yeah. My sister has several kids, and they homeschool all of them. I don't know, for me, I always, when we were having our first one, we talked about it, and we were debating, whether homeschool, would that even be an option? Would we even think about that? Could we do it? And then, because there's a dedication for one of us to be home. I mean, you're locked in with the home game, and then the other one's working. So we're like, well, we're both too, like, job orientated, like we or career oriented, or whatever the case is. So that's not really going to work. And I was like, you know what? I went to probably one of the shittier public schools. And I was like, you know what? I think it builds for me personally. I was like, you know what? I want her to go through the stuff. It kind of reminds me of movie 43.
Yeah, that homeschool kid.
You dropped your book, fuckface.
Yeah, he's being taught by his parents, but his parents.
We want to go through.
We give
him
the real high school. And his mom's like there in the cheerleader outfit, like, I just really like you a lot. And the kid just stare like, what the fuck? Dude, that movie's so random.
He's a man. You got so much.
Speaking of that kid in that skit is like really fucking famous now. He's on the Bear.
He was on
Shameless.
Shameless.
That kid got really fucking famous.
Yeah. Hey.
Good for you. Success stories. But yeah, that came to mind when I think homeschooling. And when I first saw that movie, dude, I almost died laughing watching that. But
he said, "What do you like to do?" I suck dicks. I suck dicks. I suck dicks. If you had a superpower, what would it be? It would be sucking dick.
Dude, I guess there's some schools still have crazy hazing like that, but I've never seen that. I've never seen hazing in high school or anything. Maybe like on a football team or something.
Yeah.
But like you said, I couldn't have gotten homeschooled even if I wanted to. My parents were too busy. My mom worked in the city. She worked down in the big city. And I didn't play any sports as a kid because I didn't want to, but come to think of it, like even if I wanted to, like no one would have been able to drive me anywhere. Like you guys driving your kids seems like you're doing something every day.
Yeah.
Even if I wanted to, my parents wouldn't have been able to do that. And I kind of feel like I lost out looking in hindsight,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Socialize your kid just like your dog.
Yeah.
You socialize your dog when they're young. They're really friendly to people, and they they like people.
That's what they say. I saw a meme one time, and it was like, you know what? Really, all you want to do is just, or the moment you realize you raised a decent kid, or that's really the main goal is to know that you just raised a decent kid. It was something like that, to that effect. But I was like, damn, yeah.
It is remarkable to me. Some of these people I know have raised decent kids when they, in fact, were not decent kids. I'm not just talking about people in our circle, I'm talking about plenty of people
No, that's
that just like, hey, I'm going to get my fucking kids into sports so they cannot get into trouble. And it seems to be doing well. But yeah, it is remarkable to me seeing some of these people. Oh, yeah, you take it. Some of these people, one person I saw over the weekend, he was known for doing drugs. People talked about him doing drugs even in 8th grade. But now he's raising 3 kids and playing sports, and it's safe to assume that they're not doing drugs because they're playing sports. And it's like, yeah, that's great. That's great. The crazy people, if you're crazy but still a good person, you will raise your kids to be good people and not crazy. And I think I'm starting to see that with some people. Like they did a complete 180 for their kids. Right? So those kids wouldn't go through what they did. The great craziness, the chaos, all that. So that's cool.
Yeah,
but they should still be sent to public school with all the other assholes. I remember someone was telling me they first learned what a blowjob was on the bus in 8th grade. Some kid told him on the bus. And that occurred to me, that is why there's so many car riders at school. Like, I would wonder, like, all these kids just have their parents pick them up. Like, why? That's fucking why. Because they're shy and
don't want to get a blowjob in public. They'd rather do it in their
own car. No, because their parents know. Their parents know. Do not let your fucking kids get on a public school bus. They're going to come home learning, like, new swear words and new slang within the first day. Take your kids to school.
I remember my sister's boyfriend, one of them, I think his name's Ryan. Fuck. We were at a McDonald's, and I remember they were like doing some date or something. They made me go with her or whatever. So we were sitting there, and he was like, "Hey, you ever heard this word?" He's in high school. I'm in like fucking 7th grade or some shit, 7th, 8th. He said, "Oh, you ever heard this word? You ever heard of cunt?" I was like, "No." He's like, "Wait, you ever heard this one?" My sister's like, "Come on, what's up?" And I'm like, I'm writing shit down. That's a C-U-N-T? Oh, okay.
That's a bad word. I can't remember where I first heard that word, but it was definitely later on in life, maybe a couple years after me learning the F word, which was amazing, life-changing, you guys. Yeah, I remember always saying a lot of cuss words when I was like 10, but, not in front of people. You get in trouble.
Oh, my God.
But I still don't think I knew what the word cunt was till like maybe 12 or 13, and I still don't even remember where I heard it.
Yeah.
Probably heard some fucking British guy on an R-rated movie saying it.
"Oh, you bloody cunt."
Oh, you cunt. But, go ahead.
Speaking of just saying a bunch of cuss words, when I was about 7-ish, somewhere around there, 6, 7, me and him in this trailer park, me and this friend of mine, we had this tape recorder. So we went around, I don't know why I did that, but we go around and we sit there. We're like, fuck, shit, fuck you, motherfucker. We just cuss like hell on this thing. I don't know.
That's so funny. You guys thought that was so fucking cool, man.
It was cool as shit.
That reminds me of Jay and Silent Bob. I was like, motherfuck. It's like, yes.
But, oh, man. No, my parents found it. And they played it. What the fuck is this? My stepdad took his belts off and just beat the fucking hell out of me. So it was cool up until that point.
Yeah.
But
that's funny. Yeah. I have one time. It involves not a cuss word, but a bad word. It involves the N word.
Oh, okay.
When I was 10 in daycare, my friend Justin, who was black, he asked me if I knew what the N-word was, and I did not.
Yeah.
I never heard an N-word that was a cuss word before. So I was like, no, tell me what it is. And he said it, and of course, like naturally, 10-year-old, I repeat it. And, you know, naturally, this other kid being 10, he's just like, oh, you said it. And he went, so he went to tell on me. And I'm just like, what the fuck just happened? He went to tell on me. This counselor at daycare was like, he yelled from across the gym, like, Jonathan Farmer. And I was just like,
Get your
oh my
racist
fucking
ass over
God.
here.
Oh my fucking God, I am in trouble and I don't even know why. Luckily, though, we were able to work it out.
Yeah.
And once, like, he said what happened and how I explained, like, I really didn't know what it was. I just, like, repeated it.
Yeah.
And they were like, okay, so you guys are still friends, right? And yeah, we were still friends, but that was, like, very stressful 5 minutes of my life in fucking daycare in the year 2000 or 99.
That could be like a little kid's book. 5 minutes of endom.
I told someone this in high school. I told this story to someone in high school, a black person, and they were like, there's no way you didn't know what the N-word was till you were like 10, 11 years old. And I was just like, I don't know. My parents literally never said that. I've never heard that said before.
Yeah.
And I think that's a good thing because, like, I legitimately never heard that fucking word before. Okay.
Well, I'd heard it, but I remember the moment when I realized it was. So again, goes back stepfather. It was also just so happened to be a
Yeah.
not only just shitbag, just a racist shitbag.
I guess.
So it'd always be like little slang there, but there was one moment because the dude that me and were get caught cussing on the tape.
Yeah.
Is just so happened to be black. We got this above ground pool. We go back to the house and my stepdad. I was like, I want to go. Is it Philip or Richie? It was one Philip or Richie, one of them. I said we want to get in the pool. He said I don't want that look drowning in my pool. I said we can't get in. I mean I almost got my ass beat for keep asking like why. Why the fuck can't we get in the pool? We literally, this is right there, nobody in it. Like, and it finally it clicked then, like, oh my god, this motherfucker is. I realize it's a bad word, I guess, or however you want to put it. But I was like 6 then. That's about 6, about the same time when we got caught cussing on the tape.
Damn, that
We were
was
friends,
younger
yeah.
than me.
No, yeah, it was about a year and a half before they moved out.
I remember it was like 5th grade for me. That was when I was 10.
Yeah.
Cussing like a motherfucker. Thanks to Eminem and MTV and all that shit. Thank you, MTV. Even though they censored it, and I still just listen to the music anyway, where they said, fuck, fuck, fuck. You know, fuck is a great filler word. Like, you could just say it in any sentence. Like, it motherfucking works. You know? I think, like, that's why a lot of rappers say it a lot. It's just good filler. It's like, I need to say a couple more words before I rhyme this word on the next line. So I'll just say, fuck. Fucking.
I just imagine a rap song, somebody like, I was chilling in the hood, fuck, 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 fuck. And then things got good, fuck, 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 fuck.
That's a good use of it, too. Like, instead of la, 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 fuck, 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 la, 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 fuck, fuck, fuck.
You know,
That's great.
You ever listen to much George Carlin?
I don't know who that is.
Oh, my God. Look him up. Fucking funny as hell. Stand-up comedian.
Oh, that old guy who complains all the time.
Yeah.
And he's pissed off about young people and government. Yeah, I remember him. My dad plays the shit.
He had the little shitty ponytail in the back.
Yeah.
But one of his segments was He said, you know what? He was talking about the same thing. You know, hey, well, why can't we say fuck? He said, it's such a great thing. You can kill on TV. He said, you know what'd be great? He said, if you want to like change the tone of a movie, instead of saying every time, instead of saying the word kill, you can say the word kill, but you can't say fuck. He said, just go to an old Western and replace every time they say kill with the word fuck. He said, this time we're going to fuck you, Sheriff. We're going to fuck you good.
We're going to make sure you're fucked this time.
I didn't fuck you the first time. But
After we fuck you, we're going to bury you shallow. Hell yeah.
So, yeah, that was good. I just thought of that, yeah.
Fuck is a great word. Fuck yeah. It's got just so many uses.
Fuck yeah.
So many ways you can apply it. It's great.
But shit.
Fuck shit. Ass cunt shibbity doo wop. We have intelligent conversations here.
Hell yeah.
On the Thinking Podcast. Probably wrap it up.
Wrap it up? How long have we been?
We're good.
Good.
We're gravy.
All right. Well,
we got some pressing issues
to
ask you guys next time, but that's not going to be for.
And next week, tune in. Ralph Macchio is going to be here live.
Who's Ralph Macchio?
Danielson.
Who?
Danielson. Ralph Macchio, the Karate Kid.
Oh. We just choose all these random washed up actors. No offense to them. It's like next episode, Molly Ringwald will be on the show.
Hell yeah, Molly.
Okay, yeah, we can.
See if we can turn her out.
We can wrap on that note.
Yeah, Molly, come on the show. We wanna fill you out.
She should guest star on Stranger Things.
Stranger Things.
Hashtag motherfucking 80s.
All right. You know what else? Like, subscribe, tell your family, tell your friends,
and coworkers, and your most hated enemies. Yes. Don't exclude anyone.
Yeah, if you don't like us, send them to them.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. On that note, we will see you on the next one. We're out. Peace.